Most Innovative Investment Bank of the Year. The winner is HSBC, and I'd like to invite Robin Phillips onto the stage to come and accept the award.
Hello and welcome. My name is Brian Kaplan, editor of The Banker. I'm here with Robin Phillips, who's the Global Head of Banking for HSBC. And HSBC has won our top prize at the awards this year as the Most Innovative Investment Bank for 2015. So Robin, congratulations.
Brian, thank you.
And it's obviously been a fantastic year for you. I mean, can you sort of pick out one or two of the highlights and sort of give us a flavour for what has been the reasons for this great performance?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, obviously we've won awards in 6 different categories, and I think it's the accumulation of all of that that really adds up to the overall award. So if I could just mention the infrastructure, sovereign supranationals, bonds, emerging markets, Western Europe, and of course risk management, which is such an important area for all of us, our clients, but also ourselves in terms of how we manage our own capital and liquidity as well. Can I say that clearly we would not be here without the support and trust of our clients, and evidently our teams, our product teams, our coverage teams at HSBC who've worked tirelessly on so many fronts to be able to compete and ultimately to win in these categories and the category you just mentioned. I think this is really a culmination of efforts over a period of years where we have really put the client at the heart of our agenda, adopting a product agnostic approach, and through that that way we can get more a solutions-based value-add approach to our clients.
Okay, now let's zero in on the bonds award there then, because I mean, when I looked through all the different entries, it was just so impressive about the sort of range and diversity of the bonds. I mean, maybe you can pick out one or two bond performances that were particularly impressive this year. Yeah,
I'd be happy to do that. I mean, there are a number of different themes. The first one I'd probably point to is currency, the ongoing internationalization of the RMB. The UK Treasury issue, which we helped to drive, and that was three. We'd had both the Sukuk and the RMB issuance. Yes, so the RMB issuance was the largest by a non-Chinese issuer, and then we had, showing the internationalization of the Sukuk. We had the issue by UK Treasury as well, of course, followed by Hong Kong and by Luxembourg. So that's currency. Capital. I mean, we saw an unprecedented level of issuance, in AT1 and in corporates. A standout there would be Total, the largest issue in euros. In AT1, I think we just in Asia we led 17 of the top 23 transactions in Asia. So a number of themes. One other I would point to would be foreign issuers coming to the euro market. Coca-Cola, the 8.5, well, we had, of course, that was a 100-year transaction, so notable for its long maturity. But of course, then we had Coca-Cola, 8.5 billion issuance in euros. So some major developments in all of those areas.
All right, so now let's turn to green bonds, because you did some of those as well, and you've made a bit of a speciality, haven't you, in sort of focusing on the climate change area and the green bond area.
Well, I mean, our prominence in the debt capital markets is obviously well acknowledged. What people may know less well is that we've been a leading bank in promoting corporate sustainability, particularly where the environment is concerned. We have a leading research capability as well. It's only natural that we put these two together and allow us to drive this green financing market.
Okay, now let's finish off by talking about the project and infrastructure finance, because I think that's very interesting because with all the new rules and the capital charges, it's not something a bank can ever finance directly now, is it? So you have to kind of structure it in a way so that you can bring new kinds of investors into it. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, well, I mean, first of all, we know that the supply is there. And in terms of the investors, we see a move away from just traditional investment by institutions to real estate, to alternative types of investment, and of course infrastructure. There's plenty of liquidity, there's plenty of money going into this area. I think we have to be a little bit careful that the weight of money is obviously pushing prices up. But the project bond market in particular has to move forward now. And I think with the help of the multilaterals, really help over time replace what will be a more and more difficult bank market for the obvious capital reasons that we've often discussed. And for us, I think a couple of successes last year was the St. Lawrence Bridge project, which was our first Canadian PPP project bond. And obviously important that we can support the offshore transmission sector in the UK with our second project bond issuance, this time for Gwenti Moor, a 19-year issuance. Farm, yeah. Absolutely, and that's a wind farm, absolutely.
Okay. Robin, thank you very much indeed. Have a great evening.
Pleasure.
Congratulations on the award.